Hey everybody, welcome back to the San Diego Bass Fishing Podcast. Today we have Tom Lowry on. He's going to come in, answer some questions, tell us what's going on with the Friends of Lakes, what we need to do to support them this week. This is a kind of a big deal. They have a meeting with the County Board of Supervisors on the 1st next week, on Wednesday of next week on the 1st. Full public support. We need to send emails. We need to show up in person. It's downtown on Pacific Avenue, 9 a.m. Everything's going to be posted in the description below. So we have him coming on. He's going to be our guest today, give us that update. And we have a lake breakdown for you. And coming up right now, the juice.
How you doing, everybody? Today for your juice on the podcast is this little deal right here. The juice. The juice. I probably might get in trouble for this one. So if you didn't notice this lure already, this is a magic swimmer, and we're out here at Otay today. It's Wednesday. I know I'm a little late with this, but it is what it is. So we're gonna get it out tonight. Anyway, there it is. That's the little devil. This is a 95. I'm running it on either straight 12 pound or 15 pound top shot. And as far as today goes, it's pretty darn good with it. Some days it's good, some days it's not so good. Today it's been pretty darn good here this morning. And this is a 95 size. You can use them in different colors. Kind of doesn't matter as far as colors go. Not this year anyway. They've been out for a couple years. You can get them at East County Bait and Tackle, and they have a bunch of them over there. And I've been throwing it on my spinning gear here. Like I said, I have 10 pound braid, 15 pound leader today, and I have an iRod 772 spinning. If you want to pause the whatever, 772 spinning, Sahara reel, 3000 size reel. And really the trick is today is there's breakers, but there's not a lot of breakers. You can get it on the breakers, they bite every time for sure. But if you can get that lure, if you can find them with forward facing sonar and put that at like 100 feet, that is kind of key. It's really hard to get a bite with inside of 40, 50 feet. If you can see that school out there at 100 feet and get that cast over the top of them. Also, the school has to be within the top 10 feet of the water column. I'm out here in 100 feet of water, but the top 10 feet of the water column, anywhere from 50 to 100 feet. Get a long cast to them, wind it back medium to fast. They're all over it. I've had 2 doubles today, which is kind of crazy, and a lot of bites. So good fishing here at Otay. Magic Swimmer is your juice for the day, and hope it helps you guys. Talk to you later.
Alrighty guys, you're stuck with me this week for your lake by lake breakdown. And what do we got? So we're going to start off with the outlying lakes first. Henshaw. Nobody talks about Henshaw too much. Henshaw is low water. It was good fishing this year, earlier in the year. At this point, it has no launch ramp. The water is way below the launch ramp. They've drawn it down. And, oh shoot. Forgot I have a mic. And, all right, hopefully I don't blow you out now. So, the water is low at Henshaw. Hodges, I haven't got a report from Hodges in quite a while. I don't know what's going on out there. I heard it was slower, but like again, that's just hearsay. So I haven't got a full report from Hodges, and man, it's been a few weeks. So if you guys heard anything, post it down in the description, post it down in the comments, and we'll go from there. Loveland, there is a decent creature bait bite at Loveland. You know, Texas rigged creature baits, free rigged creature baits. Go out there to Loveland again. Like Randy was said a couple weeks ago, be careful if you're going out to Loveland. Watch out for rattlesnakes and other wildlife. You know, it's pretty a lot of brush around Loveland. Murray, again, breakers and a lot of breakers at Murray. Seems like some reports of smaller fish at Murray for some reason in the breakers. Some of the coves have more breakers than others. You know, you're gonna have to look around a little bit and see if you can find them. And then Miramar, again, there's a few breakers at Miramar, but most of it is drop shot, and there's a flip bite going on at Miramar. So you might want to go check that out. Miramar's open. Man, God, is Miramar open every day? Yeah, Miramar and Murray are open every day, except for like the days that they're closed. Like Murray is closed like the second Tuesday of the month. Go make sure you go and check the website, the San Diego Lake website, San Diego Lakes San Diego Recreation.org or whatever. We will have that posted down in the description. So flip bite going on at Miramar. Sutherland was interesting last weekend. Not that I was there, but I got some reports from Sutherland last weekend. Now Sutherland has been good. But as of after last weekend, there was a ton of boats. There was 3 clubs up there on Saturday. They were very crowded. There was like 40 boats on the lake on Saturday. The water is way low, and in fact, that from what my understanding is that there's no launching this weekend coming at Sutherland because the water is down too much. They've been drawing water out of Sutherland. So it is coming down, and now it's basically you can't launch a boat there. You can launch a boat, but it's a pain in the ass, and I'd suggest probably not doing it. Well, you can't do it. And it was only going to be open this weekend anyway. This was going to be the last weekend for the season for Sutherland, so we're only missing out on one weekend as far as the launch is concerned. If I was a kayaker, I would definitely be thinking about going to Sutherland or a float tuber. San V's got a few breakers in the toll road arm. You get them on flukes. It's all kind of up in the brush. There is a lot of bait there on the south shore. You want to check out the south shore. Go down that bank, and then and throw flukes up against the bank. And then, of course, what we've seen a lot is the best biting fish at San V has been all in 20 to 25 feet, 20 to 30 feet of water on free rigs, drop shots, free rig creature baits like your doe live beavers, that kind of thing, baby brush hogs, free rigged, 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, checking it out off of points. Points have been a key player. So find yourself a prominent point. If you have a forward-facing sonar, you can go out there off the point in 20, 30 feet of water and see them. Cast towards those fish. Let it sink down into the brush. Hopefully the quaggas won't get you. Because it's like at the level of a lot of quaggas. And man, last time we were there, we broke off so many fish we broke off. So anyway, but so it's not bad fishing. It's just a lot of 1.5-pounders, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 2 pounds, a lot of them. But then all of a sudden, it's just like last weekend, you get a 7-pounder in the mix. Brian Cottle at the Juniors Open tournament last weekend caught a 7-pounder. Rumor has it he caught it on a rat, but I don't know about that. I can imagine what Brian caught it on. He may have caught it on a rat. I don't know. But so there is, you have a chance of catching a big one. It's San V. So, and there's big ones in there. Let's see here. So on to the one that's taking the brunt of everything, Lower Otay. Crowded, yeah. Yeah, it's crowded. Launch ramp is still open. We have, I don't know how much time we have with that launch ramp. The maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm guessing it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm going to show you a little video of this right here. So there is, you can see it there. So that's the inlet pipe on the road side. And you can see water is coming in at a fair clip. Not a lot. We've seen it come in a lot harder than that for sure. But there is water coming into the lake. There is no water coming in at that outlet over there, inlet. That's dry. And there is a little bit of water coming into the back of Harvey, but what's interesting is we do have water coming in right there. You can see it. Just, it's not very good. It's not at a huge clip, but I think that's like a kind of a maintenance thing for evaporation. I don't think the level's going to be coming up at any time soon, but they're probably just maintaining the level of the lake right now is what my guess is, and that's a guess. And that is, like I explained in the video, is there's water coming into Lower Otay. Not a lot of water, but it's like a maintenance kind of water. As far as the volume, you know, there's a lot of evaporation going on and whatever, so you have to be mindful of that. But there is a little bit of water trickling into Lower Otay. I don't think the level's going to come up, but I think it might be enough to maintain the level to keep launching boats for the next couple weeks anyway. What's going on with fishing in Lower Otay? Well, there's breakers. There's breakers in both arms. You can go up into either arm in the mornings. Sometimes they don't start first thing. Sometimes they start at like 7:30, 8:30, and then they start breaking. They start chasing fish. Good schools, good forward-facing schools, forward-facing sonar. You can go scope them out, cast your little sonar minnow to them, or the other hot ticket is the Bass Tricks Flash Tricks, which they have over at Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, the 3-inch version. You probably catch them on the 4-inch too. We usually use that 4-inch over at San Vicente, but I'd imagine you can catch them on the 4-inch over at Otay too, but I haven't used it yet. So and then, like I said in the juice part of the podcast today, the magic swimmers have been working great. A-rigs have been starting to show a little bit of love at Otay. Sometimes they still just follow them. Like it's still 80 degrees, you know, like the bait is balled up. They got the bait balled up. They're pushing it around, but it's still really warm. The water is still really warm at Otay. So it just hasn't, we really need it to start clicking down a few more degrees, and then they'll really start turning on to that A-rig. And like I said, there's then the other thing that's going on at Otay would be like swim baits in the grass, chatterbaits, fishing in grass line, that kind of thing. But Otay is not bad. You know, I was there today, and you know, I got on a little area of fish, and I almost had it just about to myself. And I was forward facing them. They'd come up and break a little bit, but most of the time it was just forward facing them, throwing that magic swimmer, throwing a sonar minnow at them. And I caught a bunch in the morning. The biggest fish out of those were like 3 pounds. Then I went and fished some grass because I wanted to look around and see if we could find some bigger fish for the top 6 tournament, which is going on this weekend at Lower Otay. There's going to be 36 boats for that. Just be mindful. I'm not telling you not to go. I'm just telling you that there's going to be a lot of boats on Saturday. Maybe you want to go Sunday, but so I went and looked in some grass, and I found some fish in the grass. And in fact, I pulled for me today, I pulled, my biggest fish was 4.7, and I had another 3.5 and whatever. I had like 15 pounds for the day, for my biggest 5. And I fished there until like 1:00. And then, so fishing is not bad at Otay. You kind of have to be in the right place at the right time, and you kind of have to look for them. Like I said, breakers in both arms. You can also catch fish on drop shots in 20 feet of water, or maybe even a free rig or a dick rig, known in San Diego as a dick rig, but which is basically a Nico rig. But so there's fishing to be had at Lower Otay. El Cap. Now, obviously, the launch ramp is closed at El Cap, and what does that mean? So basically, nobody is fishing there. There's some kayakers. There was a kayak tournament there last weekend. Steve Bickner, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He just posted that he took first place in the kayak tournament with 100 inches for his biggest 5. That's a 20-inch average. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 inches, 20-inch average. A 20-inch bass is, what is that? 4.5 pounds, 4-pounder? Man, he had a hell of a limit. And he said in his report, and I'm just taking it off of Facebook, it was a wonderful topwater bite, which doesn't surprise me. Cap's great. Cap is good. Cap is exceptional. If you have a float tube, if you have a kayak, you need to go out there and go fishing and go catch them, because there's a lot of 4-pounders being caught. Not a lot of pressure. If it was me, which I'll be doing once I get back from my trip, I'm going on a little trip here. But for me, I would be in my float tube with a trolling motor or kayak with a trolling motor, and I would just beat feet all the way back, way in the back, maybe start at the tree hole, but I'd probably go further back, like into outhouse, and start into outhouse, because there's nobody going back there. And shoot, just throw a crankbait, throw an A-rig. I don't even think I'd pick up a Carolina or a plastic, just top water, throw a buzz bait. It's going to be, it's going to be good. It's going to go down the bank, hit cherry pick those rock piles, cherry pick those good spots, and you're going to come away with a hell of a day. I can only imagine how good it is right now. So, because it was good when it was, when it was open, it was great. It was good fishing. And now there's no pressure on it. Hasn't been any pressure on it for going on 3 weeks. And, man, it's only going to get better. So go fishing, go to Cap. If I was in a kayak, I'd be going to Cap. I'd be railing them too. It'd be good. So anyway, that's your San Diego Bass Fishing Podcast weekly lake breakdown, and hopefully that helps you out, and hopefully that puts some fish in your sack. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah, where do I begin? Shoot. Well, we've been putting a bunch of stuff on Facebook and Instagram. Let's see, an update. So, well, first of all, thanks for having me back. Today I'll give a little update on the Friends of San Diego Lakes and kind of like where we're at, what we're doing, what's going on with the lakes and all that, because there's a lot. It's a lot. But Bruce, can I take a minute and just kind of like back up a little bit for?
Absolutely. Do whatever you got to do.
Well, because your subscribership has grown and your viewership has grown, right?
It has. So yeah,
that's awesome. And so I want to take a minute, because not everybody is familiar with our issues and what the Friends of San Diego Lakes is all about. And so I'll just take a quick minute and back up. So in June of this year, we we were successful. And when I say we, I mean the Friends of the San Diego Lakes group, as well as the entire fishing community and all you guys and us together. We're successful in defeating and preventing the budget cuts that were going to close a bunch of lakes, take days away from the lakes, right? And so that was a big deal, and it was a huge accomplishment, and it wasn't easy, but and we're faced with this year after year after year, right? So if you're not familiar with that, that'll give some context to what I'm about to get into. So, even after that was done, after we celebrated and all started fishing again, we know that it's just temporary, right? We know that in another year from now, or not even a year from now, in 6 months from now, we're going to be right back in those rooms, at City Hall, in front of the council, sending letters to the mayor's office, all that, to prevent budget cuts for next year, right? So we know that our success is temporary. So, I've always said this whole time I've kind of led this charge, is that there's short-term goals and long-term goals, right? Mm-hmm. And so short-term goals, our number one priority is to keep the lakes from closing every year, right? Or keep days from being taken away from us, right? But we all know that there's many more things we want at the lakes. Infrastructure, better docks, better roads, better signage, better buoy lines, trout, rental boats, the list goes on. Water. Now it's water. We want water.
Yeah.
So fast forward to today. So right after we had that success in June, starting in like July, August, we started what I call phase 2. Okay. We had phase 1, and then we started what I call phase 2. And if you go on our Facebook pages, our Facebook page and our Instagram page, you can go back in time and you can look at all of this, including the goals of phase 2. And really the goals of phase 2 is more of a longer term solution, so we're not scrambling every year. And the long-term solution that we've identified is getting the county involved as a partner with the city to run certain aspects or fund certain aspects of the lakes, so we don't have these budget problems every year. So the county does that at Lake Morena.
Yes.
At Lake Morena, you're familiar with that.
Uh-huh.
So at Lake Morena, the county runs the recreation and the city manages the water. Because the city's always going to manage the water. You said you're getting a lot of questions, and people have a lot of questions all the time about all this stuff, and there's all this banter online about it.
Yes.
And right now everybody's pissed off about the water, and I get it. I'm pissed off too. So is that one of the questions? Like, what's going on with the water?
Sure. I mean, yeah. We need to get your take on what's happening with the water levels. But go ahead with your story. We can ask those questions later.
Yeah, we'll get into all that. That. So back what I was saying, July, August, we met with our consultant, Stephanie, who works for Pacific Public Affairs, who we contract with and we pay money to lobby on our behalf. Okay. There's no secret that we do this. It's not a secret. We're to the point where these problems are so large that we need professional help. That's why we have the GoFundMe. That's why we raise money. That's why I ask people to donate, is to pay her. and it works. She works, it works. So we met with her many times, and I'm working with her as we speak. And here we are in September, end of September. And she started to have discussions and private meetings with the county, the PUD, the mayor's office, city council, etc., on this idea about the county city partnership, right? Because again, the county, the lakes that we're concerned about, the lakes that we care deeply about, they're geographically located in the county.
Right.
Many of the lake users are in the county. Our tax money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it makes a lot of sense to have county involvement. Okay. And just to remind people, the city will never give up control of our city lakes because they're drinking water reservoirs. The primary purpose of our city lakes is emergency water and drinking water reservoirs, right? They're all connected to filtration plants and what have you, helix draws from some of them. All the municipalities draw from the lakes. So the public utilities department's always going to manage the water, period. But we see a real opportunity for the county to step in and support the recreation. So that's what we've been working on.
Right.
Along with the laundry list of things we want, right? The things we want aren't big priorities for our government agencies, but they might be big priorities for us. Like, it sucks to have a dock at Otay, for example, that accommodates 3 or 4 boats when there's 20 boats around it in the morning. And then you go over to San Vicente and you've got a 440-foot courtesy boat dock.
Yeah.
440-foot courtesy boat dock. Now, San Vicente's a contact, water sports, blah, 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 more traffic, this and that. Who cares? Whatever. We have 50 boats, 60 boats on Otay at a time.
Yeah.
We need a longer dock. Dock. So anyway, there's a whole list of stuff like that.
Whole list. Go ahead.
So as we were working, what's that?
Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here sweating. The AC we didn't turn the AC on today because nobody was in the house. So
go turn on your air, man. Go turn on your
well,
air.
it is. It's on. But anyway.
So as we're working on this new sort of project, phase 2 is what I keep calling it. All of a sudden, water levels are dropping. They're dropping. And we're getting notifications from the city that we're going to lose the ramp at El Cap. And we were supposed to lose the ramp at El Cap in May, right?
Yeah.
And that got delayed. That got postponed. We started advocating why it's so important that we don't lose the ramp. And I don't know the ins and outs, but they stopped taking water for a period of time. Part of it was due to water quality. Part of it, I have to believe, was due to us voicing our concerns.
I think so. This certainly doesn't hurt.
Yeah. We'll take some credit, right? So we didn't lose the ramp at El Cap in May or June or July, which was good. But they dropped the water, and then we had a lot of evaporation. And then, a few weeks ago, we had 2 boats, large boats, pontoon boats, I guess, I wasn't there, fall off the end of the ramp at Cap and get stuck and have to get tow truck drivers to come out and pull them out. So Then we lost the ramp. If you look at the gauges, so if you go to the San Diego City Lakes website and you look at the water level gauges and how full the lake is and when and where the lake needs to be to have a ramp, we're right there at El Cap, and the city's going to take that pretty seriously, and they're going to say safety first, and we can't risk hazardous, dangerous ramp boat launching conditions. So they closed it. They closed the ramp.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make us happy. Like, that's kind of a big deal, right? Like, everybody's really pissed off, upset, mad about that. Including myself, including me. And so I got bombarded with messages and asking what we can do about it and this and that. And I love that. I love that we are at a place where people know that the Friends of the San Diego Lakes is a group that you can go to and try to get an answer and try to get these problems solved.
Yeah.
That's what
I call you all the time. I'm wondering what's going on. Yeah. A lot of questions.
I mean, that's what we're building,
Yeah.
because this stuff isn't going to go away. We're going to keep going, and unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about the water. There's really not a lot we can do about the water. The water is a bigger problem. There's a few things we can do about it, like maybe we can take more from San V or Barrett, and take it from here, take it from there. Don't take it from El Cap. We do a little bit of that. We do that. But there's infrastructure problems. For example, people probably aren't aware of this, and people might not believe what I'm about to tell you, but the only way to get water into El Capitan is if it falls out of the sky.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can't pump water from San V to El Cap.
Yeah, that was kind of a question that was raised this week. In fact, somebody asked me that, and I was wondering, I kind of scratched my head, and I was under the assumption that it only came from the sky, that it only came through the San Diego River, surrounding watershed and whatever. But then I thought, well, maybe they can. I can't remember if in the past if they have moved water from San V to El Cap, but obviously they haven't. So
supposedly they're all connected.
Just the watershed.
Supposedly, what's that?
Just the watershed. That's it. That's how El Cap's going to fill.
Right.
Yeah.
But supposedly they're all connected, but there's some sort of, oh gosh, I'm not going to say this right, and I'm not an expert on this, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but there's a possibility that you could if some equipment was up and running, but I don't think that equipment is running. And I'm not saying that right. I should have been more prepared to have this discussion, but I can tell you for sure today, El Cap fills up when it rains. That's it.
It wouldn't make sense for him to pull water out of San Vicente and put it in El Cap anyway, because El Cap's a dirty lake, and it's gonna cost them more money to take the water out of El Cap, to clean it, to filter it, and do whatever. So it doesn't even make sense to put water in there.
We should do a podcast with my contact at the PUD, who would be happy to explain how it works in the system. So maybe we can set that up. So anyway, we got this water problem. We lost El Cap ramp. We're about to lose the Otay ramp. And, backing up a little bit, the reason they're pulling water from our lakes is because the San Diego County Water Authority, where we used to buy water from, that water is too expensive. And I talked a little bit about this on my last podcast, or the last time I was on with you.
Uh-huh.
The water is too expensive that comes from up north. So rather than buy it, they're taking it locally.
Right.
And that's the reality. Those are the facts. But now that it's threatening recreation, threatening our launch ramps and boating activities that we fought so hard to keep in place from the bud and get budget approval for, now it's affecting that, right? And so we've gone back to the mayor's office explaining that, like, hey guys, like, we also have this other problem over here. You know, we're getting to the point where we can't have recreational boating on these lakes after we just saved them in June.
Right.
Yeah. From budget cuts. So our consultant has been having those discussions with them as well about the water stuff and the ramps. And there's some solutions being tossed around. There's some things being discussed about, you know, extended ramps and doing some work on the ramps. But the water will come back up. It will, but we don't know. We don't know when. We don't know when. So that's kind of in a nutshell, kind of what's been going on. But the next immediate thing is there's a big County Board of Supervisors meeting next week on October 1st. I don't know when you're going to air. I don't know when you're going to air this. Hopefully,
it's going to go out tomorrow. Tomorrow
morning. Oh, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So by the time this goes out and people are watching,
yeah,
just in the last few days, if you're following the Friends of the San Diego Lakes Facebook page, if you're following our Instagram page, if you're on our email list, you probably have seen that all the stuff we're working on with the county, primarily through Joel Anderson's office. Shout out to Supervisor Joel Anderson. He's been an awesome supporter of ours for a while now. He is championing this effort to partner on the city for El Capitan.
Yeah.
And we picked El Capitan because El Capitan is the most vulnerable out of all the lakes, and that's in our backyard in the county. It doesn't have the support of water sports and recreation. And it needs the most help, in our opinion. And it's one of our best fisheries, period.
Yeah.
If not the best fishery we have.
Yeah.
So we're focused on El Cap. We're focused on getting county help and support there. And there's a big meeting next week on October 1st where they're going to vote on this. The supervisors are going to vote on this. It's on the agenda. It's on the docket. You can go to the website, the county website, and read all about it. You can read my stuff that I've been putting out there. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal that we've got this kind of attention to this matter.
So do we need to start sending emails? Does the general public need to start sending emails showing support for this
yes.
county move for taking over El Cap?
Yeah. So very similar to what we did in the past when we pretty much put a notice out there saying, hey, everybody, here's a letter you can send. Here's some people you can send it to. Same thing.
Yeah.
And we're doing that right now. Like that's already gone out. Yeah. That's already gone out.
I'm going to put all that addresses and everything you sent to me. I'm going to put it in the description for this video. So whoever's listening to this can just go down into the description, cut and paste, and send it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And basically look, the idea is, we have these initiatives, we have these campaigns, and we work on them. And then when the time is right, when we need to show our government leadership how serious we are and how much support we have for this and how many people care about this, that's when I need the public's help. That's when we put this out there and we say, okay, it's time. It's time to, we need your voice, the public's voice, for the support. So they take it seriously and they know how big a deal this is to us. So that's happening right at this moment. And everyone's been great. I do want to call something out though, because there's a lot of emotions and people get mad. People get angry and they get mad on what is perceived as like mismanagement, right? Like, oh, the city sucks. Oh, the mayor sucks. Like, he doesn't give a shit, and they don't care about us. I get all that. And I get that way too. But our approach with them being the government can't be that. It can't be that. It has to be positive. It has to be positive, and it has to be collaborative, and it has to be, hey, let's work together. Let us tell you solutions to these problems. And that's been working. Like, they're listening to us. And we want them to continue to listen to us. And I say that because when we put these things out, like, hey, email these people, send a letter, make a phone call, show up at the meeting, I don't want you to do that out of anger. And I don't want your message to be angry. It can be strong. It can be aggressive. It can be, whatever. But, it's, don't tell them to F off, stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. And for the most part, nobody's doing that.
Right.
But
yeah.
I need to put that out there. So again, we are in the middle of this thing right now as we speak. I've asked for public support. Everyone started doing the emails and all that stuff.
Right.
And it's working. And I'm going to be posting right after this, as a matter of fact, an invitation. I know it's a Wednesday. It's 9 a.m. on Wednesday. It's October 1st. I know that sucks for everybody that works a real job like myself. But I'm taking that day off. We need people to show up, man. We need people to come down and show up. We're not all going to talk. We're not all going to speak. There's only going to be like 4 of us that speak. But I need the room full.
Okay.
Friends of the San Diego Lakes.
There you go. That's how you can help. That's one of the ways you can help. Email, show up on the 1st to the County Board of Supervisors meeting. That's downtown, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's at 1600 Pacific Highway. All the information is going to be on our Facebook page and our Instagram page.
Okay.
I'll send it to you as well, the post. Next Wednesday, October 1st, 9 a.m., County Board of Supervisors meeting. Agenda item is El Capitan partnership. And they're going to have quite the discussion. If you've never been to one of these things and you want to see how things work, come on down, man. Come on down. They have quite a discussion. When we did these at City Council, at City Hall for the budget, there was a lot of discussion among the council people about us and about the lakes and about recreation. And it's pretty interesting. So anyway, and then they're going to vote. Then they're going to have a vote, and we need that vote to pass. Because if that vote passes, we're going to have county support, county funding, and that is a big deal. That's a big deal. Be careful with the word take over. I don't want to say the county's taking over because they're not taking over. It's a partnership. It's a partnership. They're participating with the city.
So do you think we would see the same type of administration or whatever at El Cap as we do Lake Morena? Like Lake Morena, I see 5 or 4 full-time people there. They got trucks. They've got, it's run by the county. Like there's
Yeah,
there's just a lot more on hands-on everything at Lake
it won't be
Morena.
the same. No. It
No?
won't be the same. No, it won't be exactly the same as Marina, because at Marina was a full takeover of recreation. It's a county park. Marina's a county park. They have camping, they have
Yeah.
reservation,
Yeah. Okay.
and county rangers and staff are there. It's
Okay.
it, it's not going to be exactly like that. It's not going to
Yeah.
be exactly like that. I think those details are still being worked out.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I don't have all that's not worked out yet, because I haven't seen the final board letter proposal.
Okay. So you said details, and I just want to kind of interject something. And this is for my personal, that's for everybody. But Lake Morena opens at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they open at 6. And I was just hoping, I'm really hoping that El Cap still opens at first light, like they do right
I
now
think,
in the
yeah,
future.
yeah. Look, we're trying to keep LCAP exactly the same, 5 days
Yeah.
a week,
Yeah.
5 days a week, sunrise to sunset. But we're trying to get things fixed out there, and we're trying to get
Yeah.
the closed day back,
Yeah.
one Friday a month back. And when I say county partnership, we're talking about money, Bruce. We're talking about money.
Yeah.
We're talking about funding.
Okay.
Um, I, I don't know if that's gonna translate into county park and rec taking over the lake.
Mhm.
So let's be clear on that, right? Let's be clear on that. But you can go online and read more about it. I don't think everything's there yet, but it's going to be better. I promise that.
Mhm.
And most of
Okay.
it has to do, with funding. And if
Yeah.
it passes, the biggest part, I will share this. The biggest part of the county partnership on LCAP is that if that passes, LCAP will never be faced with a budget cut and losing a day again.
Right. There you go. There you go. That's reason enough to show up for next Wednesday, downtown.
That part I do know for sure. That part I
Yeah.
do know for sure.
Yeah.
Because next year when they're doing budget cuts and they're looking at the city lakes and, oh, we got to take a day here, El Capitan will be removed from that equation. That's the main
is it
reason we're
only
doing it.
is it only El Cap, or is it like El Cap and Sutherland, or El Cap and something
No,
else?
it's only El Cap. It's only El
Okay.
Cap. And that's not to say that this could not work at Sutherland. Maybe Sutherland could be in the future,
Mhm. Okay.
But it's only OCAP for now. So
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. I hope what I've laid out makes sense to everybody. I'm sure there's still lots of questions and speculation and like stuff like that, and that's fine.
Mhm.
That's fine. We'll answer them as best we can. But just please keep following us. We do have a website now, so we do have a website now.
Okay.
There's
I
not
didn't know
much
that.
on it yet. Yeah, we have one. There's not much on it yet. It's a work in progress. I mean, we
Uh-huh.
needed a website. It's just like
Yeah.
contact information
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
send an email or whatever.
Yeah.
But everything we do right now is on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And that's just the way it is. That's how we can get it out the quickest, get it in front of the most people. Our
Mhm.
our Facebook followings, 1,200 people now. Our Instagram followings, 800 people now.
Yeah.
And so if you want to know more, just go there. Please just go there. We're still fundraising. The GoFundMe is not going away. The GoFundMe is going to stay up for a long time because we need to continue to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just like the Balboa Park Foundation, just like the Zoo Foundation,
Right.
just like the bike lane people.
Just
It's
like
not
Lake
going on.
Hodges, Friends of Lake Hodges.
Friends of Lake Hodges and the work that they're doing.
They're doing like a barbecue this weekend or something, you know. They're having some musicians come out. And
yeah,
drink some wine.
that's actually on the 4th. Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean, I'm going
Of course you are.
to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great event. Check out the Friends of Lake Hodges. If you want to go, it's in Escondido. It's called Jam for the Dam. Check it out. October 4th. Buy a ticket. Show up. I'll be there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Marnie Van Wilpert, council member Marnie, will be there. Her staff will be there. Anyway, we're gonna have our own. We're gonna have our own one of these days when I can get more time to schedule it.
Good.
We'll have our own. Hey, real quick too, I don't want to end this without thanking a few people, right?
Yeah, so, please do.
We redid our flyer. We redid sort of our logo, I guess you could say. We've added all of our strong sponsors and supporters. We just took on Hydro Motion Water Sports. They're awesome. Those guys are awesome.
Nice.
Hydro Motion Water Sports is a water sport like charter rental company, and they're at San Vicente. They're at San vicente every weekend. And so
I think I know who you're talking about.
They're at San Vicente every weekend.
Yeah.
So if you want to go, if your family wants to go wakeboarding, and you don't have any of that stuff, you can go with them. Call them up. You can book them. You can go with them. Awesome company. Nice. And they just came on board with us. So thanks to them. Advanced Plumbing, John Strelick at Advanced Plumbing, Anglers Marine, Anglers Arsenal, East County Bait and Tackle, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, Dark Castle Marine, all the local businesses, your podcast, the San Diego Junior Bass Anglers, SoCal Junior Bass Anglers Club. All those people and families and friends have just been great. So thank you guys so much. And if you're watching this right now and you're listening to this and you're like, wow, I didn't know all this stuff was going on, or what's he talking about, or this or that, and you want to get more involved, contact me. We need support. We need help. We need more sponsors. We need more donors, and we need more people to be a Friends of the Lakes representative in their neighborhood, in their community. That's what we're kind of headed towards next. Is we need to have leaders in Chula Vista, leaders in Carlsbad, a leader in La Mesa, a leader in Lakeside, in El Cajon. So we're working on it. More to come. It's exciting, and we're going to build this thing out. So, but the immediate need is October 1st to go to that county board meeting, get that thing passed, and meet each other. You know, I'm hoping to see a lot of people.
Yeah. Awesome. So what do you have? Do you have any information on what's going on with the lake levels? I mean, that's what everybody's concern is. They see it. They know they can't go to Cap. Otay's on the chopping block. We don't know how long that's going to last. Do you have any information for us?
We just talked about it. No, we talked about the problem. We didn't talk about the solution. We didn't talk about the solution.
Right? Do you have any idea of what's coming? You know, like anything?
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with El Cap. El Cap does not look good. El Cap is not looking good. We need it to rain like a mother effer.
Right.
I hear we're supposed to get a lot of rain this winter. I hear we're supposed to get a
Okay.
lot of rain. We need a lot of rain, but things don't look good at El Cap. Except for there are ramp extension solutions that have been proposed.
Okay. All right.
And they're being considered, they're being talked about, they're being looked at. I don't know where that's going to go.
Have you heard? Okay, and I don't want to like get anybody in trouble or whatever, but it was, I guess there was a not a confession, but like the San Diego Water Authority said that they messed up, like they made a mistake with dumping all the water out of El Cap earlier in the year. Maybe they shouldn't have done that, or last year.
So I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
What the information that I was given and know about is that the dam at El Cap is unsafe. The state of
Yeah.
California Department of Dams has said that the dam at El Cap is unsafe and
Mhm.
it cannot exceed a certain water line, right?
Right. Right.
And so that water line, to our benefit, is well above the ramp and ramp conditions, right?
Oh yeah, it goes way back in the trees when it's at that water line.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's good.
It can't go above. So it's my understanding that they dumped the water because it was above the water line to keep the dam safe. They can only keep so much water in El Cap because the dam is not safe.
So from that safe water line down to where it is today, they just used it. They just pulled it out and used it. Is that what happened?
That is correct. They just used it. It went to hotels and residents and Helix.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it went to water treatment plants. They just used it because they needed it. Because they weren't buying it from the county, Water Authority.
Okay. Now
it's way below the safe dam water line.
Oh, I know. It's like literally 50 feet or 30 feet, 40 feet. It's a lot.
So
it's a lot for El Cap.
So let's go over to Otay now, because you asked me about
let's talk about Otay.
Otay's in better shape, and what I mean by that is, we might lose that ramp too, and that sucks because it's 1 foot away from being below the safe launching of a boat line. So there's a good chance that will happen at Otay in the next 30 days. However, the good news at Otay is that you can pull water from Barrett and put it in Otay.
Yeah, I know. And
you can put water in
Otay. I'm waiting for that to happen. I mean, we're all waiting for that to happen. Like Barrett, you see it right on the website. Barrett's at 75%. Morena has water too, not a lot, but Barrett has 75%. And we're wondering what's going on. Like,
why can't
anytime now too. We're gonna see some water coming in, but we're not.
So unlike El Cap, they can put water in Otay.
Yeah.
But the question is this: are they going to put water in Otay just to help launching? Do you think they would do that, or do you think they put water in Otay because they're going to draw? Because the water in Otay then goes to, water treatment outside of Otay, then goes to buildings and so forth. So
yeah. Put some water in Otay for the launch ramp. Put it.
It's a reasonable.
You can't get it
it's
let
a
it too
reason.
low. What does water quality have an effect on it? I mean, what the heck? There's got to be
Well,
some
those are the things.
some other angle.
Those are the things we're asking too, Bruce. Yeah,
Um,
those are the things we're
okay,
asking too.
all right. I mean, yeah, maybe they, I've heard that there's problem with the transfer system. I've heard that there's issues that they can't pull water out of Barrett going into Otay, these things, but I don't know that for sure. I've just heard that's been a problem in the past. But then again, what you just said is like, well, why? Why do they need to move Barrett water from Barrett? Because there's plenty of water in Otay. It's just above, it's just going to be below the launch ramp. There's plenty of water in there. This lake's big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a town.
Well, how about this? Let's have a podcast and let's invite them to come on and tell us.
Okay. You know what? That's a good idea.
Would you do that? Would you have them on?
Absolutely. Totally.
I think I might be able to set that up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll have a lot of questions ready. I'll field some questions from the listeners and the watchers or viewers and see if we can get them answered.
Yeah. I mean, this is all public stuff, man. I mean, this is city, county, public,
Yeah.
tax paying, stuff that we, and recreation's a part of that. And the water
Mhm.
level affecting that has to be a part of the discussion. So,
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So
all right. So
that's all I got. So
Okay.
send me that stuff. We're gonna put it in the description, and we're gonna get some help for you from the podcast.
No, that's great. So today's Wednesday, September 24th.
Yeah.
You're going to put this online like tomorrow or the
Tomorrow
next day.
morning.
That's great. And so more to come. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me do a recap and letting everybody know what's going on. And yeah, just keep up the support and just keep following us. We need it.
Okay. All right. We will. Thanks for
I'll
coming
send
on.
you all the stuff. All right. You bet.
All right. Talk to you later.
See you. Bye.
I don't even know how to. Oh, there it is. There it is.